Welcome to SAU Magazine, a weekly news program coming to you from Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Bryan Jones.
And I'm Charles Davis.
Enrollment and construction issues dominate campus discussion. Fall 2003 enrollment stands at 3,010 students. This is down 15 students from last fall. The administration believes 2 new residence halls, now under construction, will increase student enrollment. One residence hall is for the new Honors College. The second is tentatively named East Hall.
Students return from summer vacation to see many changes. A 500-vehicle parking lot is now available. Just north of the business building, the parking lot has eased traffic and convenience problems. Across the street, construction continues on the $15 million rental center. It will house 16 university areas and 11 community nonprofit organizations. It will be a 2-story, 70,000 square foot structure. It is scheduled for completion next August.
An SAU professor is arrested and charged with sexual assault second-degree charges. Mark Pletcher, associate professor of accounting, was arrested on June 12th. This followed a report filed with the Arkansas Department of Human Services. 2 juvenile females from Magnolia alleged Pletcher sexually abused them. Sexual assault second degree is a Class B felony. If found guilty, Pletcher may face a jail term of 5 to 20 years, with a fine of up to $15,000.
Shortly after the arrest, SAU President David Rankin said Pletcher had been placed on administrative leave from teaching responsibilities with pay, pending further investigation. The July 21st edition of the Magnolia Banner News reported that the Magnolia Police Department turned over 2 additional allegations of sexual abuse of juvenile females to the 13th Judicial District Prosecutor's Office. Pletcher was not rearrested for additional charges.
A statewide computer network addresses virus problems. ArcNet serves SAU, and the blaster worm virus has slowed the network. A statewide security teleconference resulted in a plan for dealing with the virus. University Technology Services will have access to each networked computer at SAU. Technicians will scan each computer for the blaster worm virus. UTS asked that faculty and staff schedule dates and times for maintenance involving the blaster worm virus.
This is the first edition of SAU Magazine for the 2003-2004 academic year. 12 news programs are produced each semester as a public service by broadcast journalism students. SAU Magazine airs on radio stations in Arkansas and bordering states. The SAU Report, a television interview program, airs locally each week on Cox Cable. This has been a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Charles Davis.
And I'm Bryan Jones.
With an SAU Profile, I'm Matthew Johnson.
And I'm Angie Loomis.
This week's profile features Daryl Philippi, a recent addition to the Department of Theater and Mass Communication.
Daryl grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and went to John Overton High School, after which he joined the Air Force.
He attended college at Middle Tennessee State University, where he was a theater major.
After graduation, Daryl attended graduate school at the University of Southern Mississippi with SAU's future theater department chair, David Murphy.
Philippi moved back to Nashville and acted for commercials and the stage.
He then became an instructor of theater and dance at Eastern New Mexico University for 3 years.
After finding out about his new job at SAU, he had a summer of professional theater in Kentucky, playing the Shawnee warrior Yellowhawk, son of Blackfish, and blood brother to Daniel Boone in The Legend of Daniel Boone.
With an SAU Profile, I'm Angie Loomis.
And I'm Matthew Johnson.
SAU Sports, I'm Jordan Babineau.
And I'm Jonathan Wolfe.
In football, the number 16 Riders shut out Texas A&M Commerce, 34-0. Ted Williams completed 12 of 17 passes for 225 yards. Williams connected with All-American receiver Nick Lewis 6 times for 101 yards, including 3 touchdowns. Lewis also returned a 77-yard punt for a touchdown. Linebacker Chad Carner picked off 3 passes along with his 4 tackles. Keenan Washington, DeVaris Campbell, and Augie Barron each racked up 8 tackles.
In their first game of the season, SAU defeated 14th-ranked Tarleton State 27-24 in Stephenville, Texas. SAU scored early in the game, taking a 13-0 lead. Then the Texans got it going, scoring 17 unanswered points. The Mule Riders came storming back, though, with 2 touchdowns of their own and never looked back. The defense played well for the Riders, scoring a touchdown on Bryan Davis's 64-yard fumble return. Jordan Babineau added 2 interceptions and was named the GSC Defensive Player of the Week.
In volleyball, the Lady Riders participated in the Montevallo tournament this past weekend. Friday, the Riderettes defeated Carson Newman 3-0, but lost to Montevallo by the same score. The Lady Riders blanked Lynn College 3-0, but lost their final match to the University of West Alabama on Saturday. Melinda Pitcock and Brittany Wright were named to the all-tournament team.
Harding University, the premier power of Gulf South Conference cross country, squeezed past SAU Saturday in the men's division of the Bob Gravitt Invitational hosted by Ouachita Baptist University in Arkadelphia. Individually, Adrian Romanos of SAU finished second in the 8K race. Tyler Johnson was fourth. SAU finished fifth in the women's division. SAU's Gabby Mendoza finished third. SAU Sports, I'm Jonathan Wolfe.
And I'm Jordan Babineau.
With commentary, I'm Amanda Smith.
And I'm Joanna Eaton.
Beware, SAU students.
Look both ways before you cross the street.
There are numerous crosswalks that can be very dangerous.
The fact is, some drivers still go too fast around crosswalks.
They might not see a single person crossing the street, so they have to slam on their brakes.
Or they figure you will stop in the middle of the road and let them fly by.
The most dangerous place to cross would probably be in front of Overstreet Hall.
There are vehicles coming around curbs, vehicles turning out of parking lots from both sides, and vehicles yielding at stop signs.
Most are probably in a hurry to get to class or work.
Maybe it would help if there were flashing red lights.
So look before you walk, and if at all possible, try to cross with a group.
It would also be nice to see a police car parked in front of Overstreet watching for these drivers.
Just play it safe and look both ways.
With commentary, I'm Joanna Eaton.
And I'm Amanda Smith.
With an SAU police log, I'm Ross Sims.
And I'm Colana Sanders.
The SAU Police Department employs 6 full-time personnel. Chief Jason Goodrich joined the SAU Police in September 2000 after serving 5 years with the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville Police Department.
Sergeant Rebecca Childs served 5 years as a police officer with the U of A Police Department at Fayetteville before joining the SAU Police in December 2001.
Corporal Kevin Murphy began his career with SAU in August 1999. He came to the university with experience from the Arkansas Department of Corrections.
Corporal Tim Thornton, formerly with the Ouachita County Sheriff's Department, was employed in August 1998 as a public safety officer for the university.
Officer Gary Odell has served with the SAU Police Department since July 1990.
And Officer Donald Ray joined the department in February 2001.
Crime prevention is a concern at institutions of higher education.
The following message is provided as a public service to the university community.
In consideration for safety and well-being, faculty, staff, and students must follow university policy for entering and leaving buildings, after hours and on weekends.
Doors should not be propped open or left ajar during unscheduled hours.
Individuals who are not staff or faculty should not be in buildings after hours.
The administration also asks that all activities outside normal university hours be scheduled.
Practicing these tips will assist in making SAU a safer campus.
To report campus crime or if suspicious activities appear to be taking place, contact the University Police Department at 235-4100. That's 235-4100. With an SAU Police Log, I'm Colana Sanders.
And I'm Ross Sims.
I'm Keith Carson.
And I'm Calvin McGee.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. Fastenal Incorporated at 100 Ashley Lane in El Dorado has an immediate full-time opening for a management trainee. Training will be conducted at the El Dorado location. Applicants must be willing to relocate to accept future promotions. Applicants should be aggressive self-starters possessing a bachelor's degree. Fax your resume to 870-863-4807.
SAU students are needed for intramural referees for football and volleyball. Dates are September the 8th until December the 8th. Work hours for football will be 4:30 to 6 p.m. and work hours for volleyball will be 6 to 9 p.m. Contact Leonard Biddle or Steve Demon at 235-4383. I'm Calvin McGee.
And I'm Keith Carson.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Jennifer Hickman.
And I'm Chrishanda Christopher.
There will be a new face directing the Heritage and Chamber Singers. Dr. Alan Clement saw the music department at SAU growing rapidly and knew he wanted to be a part of it. The choir presents many concerts during the year, both on and off campus. They invite vocalists from regional high schools to perform with the South Arkansas Symphony. Heritage singers may also audition for a position with the Chamber Singers. Clements holds a Ph.D. from the Conservatory of Music at the University of Missouri in Kansas City. The SAU community looks forward to hearing and seeing the Heritage and Chamber Singers this year with their new additions.
The SAU Department of Theater announces its play schedule for the academic year. It opens the new school year with Baby with the Bathwater, written by Christopher Durang. As the play begins, Helen and John gaze at their new offspring, a bit disappointed that it doesn't speak English and too polite to check its sex. So they decide that the child is a girl and name it Daisy, which leads to emotional and personality problems when it turns out Daisy is actually a boy. This play contains adult situations and mature language. Production dates are Tuesday through Thursday, September 30th and October 1st and 2nd. This marks the directing debut of Dara Philippi, Assistant Professor of Theater.
Many students, faculty, staff, and community members attended the topping out ceremony held Wednesday, September 10th on the campus of SAU. The tradition of topping out a building refers to the placing of the last uppermost piece of structural steel. The names of all those who donated to the Reynolds Project were inscribed on the beam. However, all donors and SAU students were invited to personally sign the beam. And that's this week's entertainment news.
The SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program features a wide variety of professional experiences.
Students are responsible for producing and marketing radio and television programs each semester.
SAU Magazine, a radio news program, is available to stations in Arkansas and bordering states.
The SAU Report, a television interview program, is available to cable systems in Southwest Arkansas and Northeast Texas.
More than a dozen courses are offered in the SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program.
Writing, reporting, and hands-on experiences are stressed in these courses.
In addition, graduating students are more perceptive analysts of mass communication and broadcast journalism.
They are very competitive in the job field and for opportunities as graduate students.
Information about the Broadcast Journalism degree program can be found on the internet at saumag.edu.
That's saumag.edu for an excellent educational opportunity.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Stephen Geist.
And I'm Brandon Williams.
On Monday, September 22nd, SGA Traffic Appeals Court will meet at 4 p.m. It meets regularly during the school year and addresses traffic issues on campus.
The Robert Walsh Lecture will be held at the Hardin Theater on Tuesday the 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Students in the Magnolia community are encouraged to attend the lecture.
The Biology Club will meet Wednesday at 5:15 p.m. The nominations for Homecoming Queen are due by 5 on Thursday. Homecoming activities take place in October.
The Matrix Reloaded will be shown this week in the Bruce Center at 7:30 p.m. Admission to the movie is free.
Family Day is on Saturday as SAU hosts Valdosta State at Wilkins Stadium at 7 p.m.
And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.